Hey you guys, as I'm moving all this stuff around and probably making so much noise for you. Welcome in. You can probably see I have a bright light on. I have a bright light on all these little photos that I covered with lamination. And I keep these little teeny photos in a bucket. And once in a while I make the collages. And I've gotten used to just looking at these before I go on, and I kind of pull them like tarot cards, right? I think what I'm going to start doing, just kind of pull them right before my live, and oh, that's interesting, a helicopter. Let's see. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll pull 2 more. 6. Okay. I pulled 7. Wait, who's... Whoop, whoop, whoop. Hello? Because he keeps trying to help. Thanks. You put him in his cage if you want. So I pulled 7 of them. Welcome in. All right. Sorry, I had to get rid of the dog. All right, welcome into WCAA Network, where everything I do and say falls under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Today's live is going to be interesting for many of you. As we know, the Delphi case is ramping up once again. And that's because people are recognizing information that just is never discussed. It's not talked about. And that's what I've been doing here for the last 2.5 years, is talking about things that people just don't want to talk about. And one of those are symbols like this. Just like that. God knows why there's spots on it, but I could read those spots and tell you that they give information, and this is what SUMMERWELLS, missing children have, and I could tell you a lot of information from these because I have almost 700 videos from stuff like this. Just like that. For those who have been here, these aren't new elements to us. And what was super exciting is to see that these elements are being talked about on a larger scale because somebody decided to say something. And that somebody was obviously someone in a higher authority like the FBI. And we'll see where this goes. We'll see if they decide to do something about it or ignore it. Whatever they are going to do with it, I'm going to be showing it against the information that I already have. Because really, to me, this is the first time I hear it being talked about on a large scale. And I'm excited about it, but I'm also very, I'm very, what's the word? Not concerned. I'm very eager to learn why and how this came about. Right? Like, why now? Like, and why isn't it being talked about on a bigger scale? You know, we just found out, yeah, not just found out, a couple of years ago they were talking about the Delphi and information that they found there that could bring it back to sacrifices. Well, they are sacrifices. I've done a couple of videos on them as well. But to hear that the law enforcement and someone has brought it up really, really gives me a platform to build off of it even further. So that's what I'm going to show you today. And I think it's really important because people, for some reason, that's just how we're built. When we see and hear someone say, oh yeah, that's a sacrifice, that's on like Good Morning America, or one of those channels, and coming from a report that an FBI agent wrote, kind of does wake the folks up. And that's what I'm going to go over here today. So first of all, welcome in, you guys. Justice coming soon. Lisa, G.H. White, Rumple, BC. Hi, you guys. Colleen, hello. Shazam, hi. Oh, I love when you guys all come on in. Look at this. You're rolling on in. Bernadette, how are you? I'm seeing if I have my... Where's Muffin? Hi, you guys. Muffin's not in the house yet. Yeah, it's like you're told if you look at a red F like you see here, it is red. It's a red F. Hi, BC. And the world could tell you it's green, it's green, it's green, it's green. You see it green until someone says, oh, hell no, it's red. And then all of a sudden you're like, whoa, it's red. Hi, Nancy. So this is what we're talking about here today, is that SUMMERWELLS missing children, all of these cases have these elements. And these elements I've been showing for over 2 years. There's a lot of elements and information in this Inside Edition video that I'm going to use as today's presentation. Inside Edition video was done a little bit ago, maybe a year or two ago. And it was talking about how, let me see if I had the video here. It is screen recording. It's from this video. So what I'm showing you today comes straight from this video. And as you see yourself, when I stop it, I don't know who's doing what to these videos, but this is where I'm getting these photos from, is this video. When you go and you stop it, that is not what you think it is. It just isn't. So I don't know who isn't paying attention to what, but this video, I believe, shows what happened. It's got a lot of information in here. And that girl winds up looking a little different than what you think she looks like. So when you stop it, like I've showed you guys, you see a lot of different information, you guys. And this video needs to be looked at from Inside Edition. You could tell that someone messed with it, but what's in here is the F written in the wood. Now, this is really important to see, because it shows faces, it shows the elements, and it is not what you think it is. Now, I don't know who's behind this stuff. All I do is take information that I see here that fits the Summer Moonwell's missing children information. This shows the girls struggling. This shows sacrifice. This shows the story that happened to these girls. Because this is the Summer Moonwell's missing children's case. And I don't know who the hell is putting this shit in these fucking videos to tell the story, but it's time that someone comes forward. Because all that's going to happen is these elements are going to be recognized, and they're already being talked about. That is not a reporter. This, you see this? That is somebody. These are sacrifices that are happening, and for some reason or other, I tried getting a hold of you, Inside Edition. I'm going to try again, because I know one of you reporters there, you're the main reporter who does this. And you know me, and I'm going to try really hard to get a hold of you. You know me on a level that I think that you would answer. Because this is a crock of shit. This is bloody. I'm going to show you the pictures that I took from here. But every photo comes from this live video. And this is what is happening. They're using the video to tell the story. They're using the video. You know how they said, oh, they showed those pictures of the girls covered in the leaves? You know what? If someone would just please understand and pay attention that those girls' sacrifices are shown right here in the video. What do they think those are? Trees? No, that's what Summer Moonwell's looked like. This is what they look like. This is what they look like. And throughout this whole video, it shows it, you guys. When this lady is being pulled, watch. I'm going to try to stop it. It's real hard to stop it when when I'm not on my phone. Here, I'm going to pull it all the way this way. Okay. And move it to the left. I'm not really quite sure what they're trying to project here, but it isn't what you think it is, because that girl is a young little girl, and her face changes, and when you stop in between here, this is what I take pictures of because it's easier on my phone. It's not what it appears to be. Watch. Look at this. Yeah, they're showing how to defend yourself, but Look at this. It is showing the girls. It is showing the girls after they're sacrificed in the ground is what they're showing. Let me show you. I just took a snapshot. Even though I have this in my presentation, I do like showing it from the video at the best to my ability that I can. That there is one of the girls. This here is one of the sacrifices. Look at the neck. They are showing. I know full-heartedly, because everything I do in here everything I do here and say falls under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Right? And I just go by what I see and what I feel and what I know to be true. What I know to be true is not the fucking reporter. I know what's on her. I know what this girl is wrapped in. This should not be on her. It shouldn't be on her. So no matter what anyone sees or hears or understands, this is Inside Edition's story. Hi, Marie. This is their story, and this is up to them as journalists to figure out how this shit got in their video. If they didn't put this in here, someone did. This is the sacrifice. This is what nobody wants to look at. This is where I got that F that matches. I'm going to show you. I'm going to try really hard to land on it. That matches the one syllable. Let me tell you something. They must have found way more than this. Look. This is the day and the night of the sacrifice. Whatever is wrapped on this person is not the person that you think it is. It can't be. It makes no fucking sense. It can't be. It can't be. Because this isn't what's on her. This isn't on her. She's holding a backpack they're trying to show how to have someone get off of you if they attack you. That's not what's going on here. It's not what's going on here. This Let me show you something, what's in that black little square. What's in that black little square are the kids that were sacrificed. It's telling their story. And really, really pay attention what's going on in the leaves. This changes. Doesn't stay the same. This here, my friends, that's in the small little square, are the girls that were sacrificed. They're right there. She doesn't have boots on. She has little teeny shoes on. It's showing the sacrifice. So if anyone thinks for one damn second that I'm not going to start pointing this shit out heavily. I am. I'm pointing it out heavily because now we have an audience. And I'm going to be pointing it out from videos like Inside Edition. I would love if Deborah Norville would get a hold of me. Because what they're showing here, they show in other videos, in other cases. This is not the first case that I'm grabbing video from Inside Edition. It isn't. These are elements. You see the fingers? This is what it looks like. This. That's what it looks like. I have many other pictures that show fingers like that. Look at the maroon, the green. I'm not going to stop showing it. And that this thing back here changes the whole time. Tree trunks don't change unless someone is changing it. This, you guys, wait till you see. This becomes 3 people, more than 2. More than 2. Look. Look at his bloody hands. Look at his bloody hands. And I'll show you what's in the smaller picture. So if anyone really gives a shit about this channel, get a hold of me. I'm asking for Deborah Norville. That is a fucking sacrifice. There's your stick, there's your tree, and right there's probably the F. Come on, man. Come on. It's time. It is time to look at your own footage and someone to stand up and be like, hey, someone put this in there. If it's not your producer, who did it? Who did it? Just look at his bloody fingers. So this girl's face changes. Let me show you. His face, you could tell, gets completely shifted and changed. So this is her. Look what's connected to her. Right here. These are all elements. So if you think it's just an F that we all know about, it's more than just an F. Okay? We've seen all this bullshit. And I'm quite positive there's more than just an F. I'm quite positive you guys have all this in your report. That? What's that? Is this an actual video of the actual sacrifice with the actual people that did it? Really? Because this person is being stabbed exactly the way they get stabbed, just like that. And the one to the left, she has the sticks. Wait till you see how the sticks wind up looking exactly what they look like in the photos that they showed of the way that their bodies and their sticks laid. Right? I haven't even gotten to my... So here, if you go super slow, trigger warning, because to me, this is extremely heavy shit. Because to me, this shows the children the way they really were sacrificed. It shows what really, really happened to them. And for some reason, these videos show it. Those are the sticks. I know what the V looks like. It's the V. It's the V. There's a V on them. It's in the drawing that they left, you guys. It's in the V. This is the V. And whatever is in that darkness is the truth. Yes, this is how they were found. But somebody put this in here. You guys, somebody put it in here. I didn't put it in here. It's in here. The way that we're going to see these bodies in this video is the way that the bodies were found. How do we know? Because they finally showed us. They showed us. That's how they were found. What's the difference between them and Ramsey? She was found exactly the same way. One of them had their arms just like that. And the same information was on her. She was marked the same way. What do you think these markings are? They're markings. This is Ramsey. This is her. These are her markings. What's the difference? There isn't any. What's the difference between this little girl and what we're seeing? Nothing. Nothing. There's your stick. You know that stick, if you guys do little research, that stick that was found there wrapped in rope, do you know that it was tied and looks like those little dolls that I show you guys that are tied all the time on these victims? Those tell the story. I am quite positive these girls had the same kind of rope, but who is going to talk about it? Look at the rope. Look at how it's tied. Look to see it's tied just like all these other victims. I am quite positive the Idaho 4 had the same shit on them. It hasn't changed. This information here, you guys, is the same information as the Summer Moon Wells sacrificed children, including the Idaho 4, including Gabby Petito, including Kylie Rodney, Harmony Montgomery, Michael Vaughn, Serenity McKinney, all of them. I'm just going to keep moving through the video. Here comes your F. Right there. Boom. Right in the video, you guys. There is your F. Let me turn it. This here are the girls' sacrifice. This here is the truth, and this here is what they need to keep talking about. We don't need a drawing. You don't need to put a drawing of a red F. We have it here, full color. Full color. Just open the videos, you guys, and you'll get it yourself. You don't need anyone to tell you, oh, this is the F that was found at the scene. Really? Well, it's right here in Inside Edition's video, so I don't know. And it's red. And right to the right is exactly how you found the girls, with a stick across their neck. What do you think we're looking at? We're looking at it. There's a stick across her neck. Right here. Why do we have to look at a drawing? Wait, not that one. We don't have to look at a drawing. It's in the video. It's in the video. There's no reason we need to look at a drawing when absolutely everything has been documented. Here's what she looked like. This is what it is. And there's the V. You see that V? You see that V? Let me get that back. That is the V I just showed you. We have it in black and white. We have it in video. We don't need anyone to reinvent the story. We have everything we need in the videos that these have been placed in. These are them. Here's your V. See her hands? See the V? This is her. That's how they found her. This Summer Moon Wells has one of those same things. This is them. The other one, I don't know if it was Libby, I don't know which one, they say was like this. I don't think it's exactly like that personally. I'll show you why. So, whoever this is not a reporter, because no reporter I know has a mask on their face. You guys, no one needs to draw you guys any drawings of any of this Delphi murder. You don't, because it's all in this video. I'm trying to stop it in between. Here's a good one. Okay, so these are good ones because this is evidence. Anyone that knows anything about deep fake, this is evidence that this was deep faked, because it shows the layers. Like, people are using these videos and putting the story over it, but reporters and TV newscasters and production teams are not doing their job, because all they have to do is look at the video and could see that someone fucked with their video. They're just not doing their job. The story of the girls is in this video. I'm not really quite sure who's going to give a shit over at their station, because I have emailed other cases, not just the Delphi case. This isn't the first time I've gone to Inside Edition's video. She has the green mask on her chest here. And over to the right, there are two girls running and not one. There's four legs. Let me show you. Here, I showed you that one. Here you see she has the green face on her chest, which is another element. Here, now it's going to be hard to see, but I put contrast in it. You'll see two people running and not one in the snow. Right here. This is a pair of legs, and then there's a pair of legs over here. This is an arm. These are two different people. That's how I see it. And it's in that small little square. See, in these, all of these layers through here is got to be an unbelievable picture. And I think it's somewhere in between here. It's somewhere right down the middle. Because these, it's going to be like, for if I were in the newsroom and I was a film editor, I would rip this shit apart and go get this. This would be your front pages. Like, these are the girls. I'm telling you, those are the girls. I'm just talking through my intuition. Through what I see the whole story. I could just try to show you parts of the story, right? And this is part of it. This. And this. That one. Those are the sacrifices. Yeah, it's a railroad. This is a railroad. They're on a railroad. See? Because they said that they were walking down the railroad. So I'm going to show you the pictures that my presentation, because this here to me is the closest you're going to get to what the girls look like. This is telling the sacrifice of the Delphi murders. I mean, this is what it's showing. And I know it's between here. I know it's in here. I mean, look what this looks like. Just look what he looks like. He's a mess. And back here, you guys, are the sacrifices. What's back here are the triangle houses. You know, I said there's like triangle houses, and I showed you how Tim Mullen has them on the, showed them, and they're just these little triangle houses, which I'm sure they found, are elements. So whoever has the true story, these are elements. Those are elements. That is nothing. This isn't anything that's a nothing. Yeah, the head is on the stick, you guys. The stick that goes across the head is here. Here's the head. Here's the stick. Here's the triangle home. That's the triangle. And this is occult sacrifice. It is in the video. So this is occult sacrifice. So yeah, oh yeah, back there are the trees. What they show back there are the trees. You know how Summer always says she's in the leaves? Yeah, she's in the leaves. She's in a bunch of leaves. They put them in leaves. They're wrapped in them. Look. You're back there. This is what the guy looks like. These are sacrifices, guys. Let me get closer to what the back looks like for you. Here's another. So whoever, hopefully this will get like a lot of coverage on the elements, and then someone will be like, oh yeah, you know what? Those triangle houses were there, and actually the head was on a stick. On a platter on a stick. Because that is pretty as real as it gets. Inside Edition just may not know what's in here, you see. See how in the back, this is how it starts out this way. You know how they come in like a parade, how whatever they're doing, it like comes in. Like what they did with Kylie, they put Kylie in her buggy, and they did that whole thing at the fake beach, and they're on a buggy, and they brought her across. This is what they're doing here. This is what they did to Kylie. They brought her in her buggy. This is a buggy. Right there. These are the sacrifices. They're just moving across. They're just moving across as we're being distracted by the fake fighters. Did Lori have an opinion about the hollow tree cut of Fred Hill's property? Oh, yeah. There's shit in that tree. That hollow tree's no longer there. They use the hollow trees to then they put that shit in the water, and it goes. They put everything in that hollow tree. That's the hollow branch. That's the hollow trunk that we see in the water, like that was down at the water hole. There's that big branch, and every video they showed it. And then they showed one where Candace was interviewing with the interview room, and she's staring at it. She's like, oh, I could just imagine her going in the water. And she almost cried. And it's because they were looking at her hollow freaking tree. But that's what's back there. That's what they're showing. Look. Oh, here, actually, I'm going to keep both of them here. Paste again. Watch how it changes. They move. Watch. Oh, that's not a good one. Wait, let me move this. That one, you can't see all of them. Let's see. It's back there, see? So now it's up front, because you always want to look in the small area. That guy has so much stuff on him, I can't even look at him. This is one of the girls right here. Right there. These are their sacrifices. Do you see the V? Because they showed those pictures, you guys, it makes it easier for you guys to see the elements. I mean, it's because that now your brain is allowed to see them. This here and this here, all they're doing is showing the girls. They're showing them. So look in the back. See here how this isn't here yet. See how these are here? Watch. The beginning of the video, they're not there. Oh God, they're so stupid. Here, because they're filming this thing coming across. This is the sacrifice. This doesn't have the buggy yet. It doesn't have this buggy yet. That buggy's supposed to be right next to the tree. It's because they're pulling it across and they're videotaping this. So, wait, let me just make this clear. So you understand that. Let me get the buggy. This buggy is not in the video yet. In the beginning, this buggy shows up. See, it's supposed to be like right here against the tree. This buggy isn't here yet. This is pulling the sacrifices. It shows up like la-di-da. Here we don't have it here. And then all of a sudden it appears. Like here it's not here yet because this is the beginning of the video. Watch. See? The buggy isn't there. Here, good, there it is. There it is. That's a good one of all the sacrifices. So there were 4 sacrifices. There weren't just 2. You guys. There were 4 of them. These are the 4 sacrifices. Like they're in swings. So see how they look like they're like moving across, you know, like a swing. Oh yeah, I love when I get my affirmation for some dumb motherfucker that's stupid enough to think that we don't know what a thumbs down means. You're so dumb. Look. Who the fuck is that? This will be interesting. See? Thank you very much. As soon as someone comes in and puts their thumbs down, how often does good shit happen? Every time. Every time. So all you do is piss the spirits off. That's it. Oh my God. Bring it on, bitch. I'm serious. All right, let's see who this looks like with their glasses on. So notice, these are 2 different people. Here is my proof in the pudding. These are 2 people. One with glasses, one without, one being sacrificed, and one not. Here it is, motherfucker. Look at that. 2 different people in black and white. Like this isn't something that's in my third eye. This is right in front of you, dummies. So someone really needs to check this shit out. It looks like cars are there. Now it looks like 2 white cars. And then look in the tree. You see the person. You see them in the tree now. Watch. Let me brighten it up. They're in the tree. So there are 4, here there are 4 sacrifices. It's not just 2. So that could be the baby. There's 4 sacrifices during this day, not 2. These are the 4. These are the 4. She's holding one in her chest. And then there's the baby on top. See, they put the story in here, you guys, because they have to tell their story. This is what happens to it. See how it's looking funny? Yeah, there's a boat, there's a car. It changes and tells the story. Muffin Top is in the house. Hello, Muffin. I'm going to change it. And the buggies are still being pulled back there. It's the parade. That's the same parade that you saw in Kylie Rodney's. This is one of the better ones. This photo here is a really, really good one. Because the guy, what I see is the guy has the mask on his face. The guilty party wears this on their face. Wait. Change the color a little. This here, he has the thing across his mouth. And this is... See that? You guys see that face across the mouth? Yeah, there's a lot going on here of things that match. There's going to be a lot. Like these things are going to consistently change. The snow is going to look like something else. As you could see, this is broken into three. You could see where this is a separate little photo because there's a baby wrapped in a blanket. This is a separate photo. This is a separate photo. They're separate photos. See, they just have separate, let me brighten it up. They have separate bits of information going on. It's not someone is doing this to their videos. I'm telling you, this is not my first Inside Edition video. Deborah Norville, I have emailed you a few times. It's not like I'm of importance. You don't... I sort of am, but kind of just answer me. Because this is telling the story of the sacrifices that go on outside of just the Delphi murders. Right there's the person, right under his chin. So it's anywhere I put my cursor down, see there's, I'll show you the presentation that I have. What's around her neck and everything, these are called elements. And this here, they just change. Oh my God. Here's the doggy or the panda face right here on her backpack. It's on the, that's one of the things, you guys, like those panda things and whatever. They go on the backpack. So this isn't an element. Trust me. That's the doggy. This is what SUMMERWELLS has as her. I wonder if the girls, the Delphi girls, if this was their element. I haven't looked enough into it, but there it is. It's right there. Every sacrifice has one. It's got the white bone, the bony thing wrapped. So if in fact someone's listening that is one of the FBI's that are going to blow the whistle on this shit, if you found one of these, this is at every sacrifice. It's like with a little white bone. That's what it looks like. This one is real. This is super, look at, it's attached to her right here. This is something that you would find at the scene. And the other thing that you have to notice here are the moving people, or whatever, the moving baskets. So what that is they're all wrapped in branches and muck and leaves and all of that stuff. This is what each of the sacrifices look like, you guys. This is what this is what they show in Art and Papillon. They are actually searching for this to bring her home. You see, this brings her home. That's what they get. That's what they look for. That is this girl. This is theirs. Summer has it. They all have it. They all have this stuff. They search for this and they want to bring it home. It's the book. It's what they dig for, go in the water for. You find them down at the sewer entrances. It's where they find them, by the sewer entrances. Every case has this. Every case has it. Look at his neck. Watch. What he has on his neck is what Benny Keys always has on his neck. See, because I know my elements, I know where to go get them. Right here. There it is. It's tubing. I know what that is. My listeners know what this is. We all know what that is. It's been here on the channel. So, this here saying it again. This is the story of the SUMMERWELLS missing children. Every story that I have discussed is this. This is all of their stories. This is the Delphi case. This is the Delphi case. And I hope that someone who's listening has access to these files. These are the elements. This is the information. And I am sticking to it. These little squares, I'm pretty quite sure, have all of the story. Here's the machine. See, the more I play with it, I've only been on like an hour, the more I move this, and it's almost like loosens it up or something. I don't know, or my fingers just go where they're supposed to. But as this goes on, and I keep moving it, you're going to see more and more and more and more and more elements. There's the 5. That's the machine. Right there. Right here is the machine. Whoops. Wait. Right here, the machine. Actually, I'll crop it in. I'll turn it and crop it in. Turn. Well, maybe not turn. Okay, so those that don't know, this is the machine I've been showing since day 1. That's it. Right there. Right there. Delphi case. It's so crazy. One little number 7 could break it open. Yeah, it's all in here, I'm telling you, because I don't think they skipped any details in this video. I mean, because I see everything in here. I see it all. I'm just not pointing completely everything out, because I do want to go over my presentation. But this is priceless right now. Priceless. So this video, I could keep going on and on and on, because every time it stops, it's going to give this information. So here, she's running out of the hole here. Let me show you something. Her foot, see how this is a really weird pick? Her foot, so this isn't really where you think it is. It never is. This they can't deny. Her foot is coming out of something. I call this the hole in the ground. That's what her foot's coming out of. You know why? Because the story of the 2 girls is in here. That's part of them. This was their struggle. This was their struggle. And you could tell that that foot's fake, but that element's real. And look at her hands. Look at her neck. Put this up here. Here it is. This is what her neck looks like, and look at her hands. So now you've got the buggy and the maroon boxes. Now here come the boxes in the back. Yeah, and her boots change. Like I have things where she has a pair of boots and then there's no boots. Here. Now look. The parade of stuff is coming through. Wait, did I only have this? All right, I think I'm going to go. Look at his hands. Here, I'll show you. They're bloody. I'm going to show you what I put together for you guys. This stuff is not to be taken lightly at all. This is Summer Moon Wells. Take it as if this really is standing up for all of the cases that we have gone through here. Starting with that 7 is just one of hundreds of things that are in there. But it's a start. But whoever's starting this, don't drop it. Don't just stop. You know, like, it's important to follow through on this because, Jesus, there's a lot of information here. And what's showing here, the girl's complete sacrifice. Right here, this is what they went through. These are the elements. This isn't what it appears to be, is what they want you to think you're seeing. That's for sure. This is super important. It's super important to recognize that there is more going on here. It's telling this here, let me brighten it, is telling the story. Here. And when I say just telling the story, yes, this is the Delphi case, but it's representing so much more than just the Delphi case. This is showing how they're doing it. This is showing how the elements show up here, and this is what they find at the scenes. So by me showing it, may better the possibilities of one of them saying, oh, that's one of those really strange elements. I think I see a drawing of a skeleton face. I think I see a number 5. I think I see an L. I think I see a 7. I think I see an R. I think that rope looks like it's wrapped in a symbol. I think that stick is something of importance that's sitting next to her body with a little piece of something on it. Yeah, it's important because it was in all the other cases. All the other cases. The situation, anything that you see in this frame that's found there is considered a Summer Moon Wells missing child's element. It's on this girl. Maroon pieces, white pieces. Did they do something to the eyeball? Did you find, leaves, leaves in a wrapped up like it looks like a mummy, but it's leaves that are shaped like a mummy. Like, these are all things that Summer Moon Wells. I'm pretty sure this one will show something really interesting. Like, you don't know what you're going to see when the pictures like this rip apart. There are 2 separate stories being put together here. And if any of this is found at the scene, that would be amazing. because it's just more information that will back up what is happening in these cases. And they're not so smart as they think they are. This here is Summer Moon Wells, Missing Children's main element. This, so help me God, are the Delphi murder sacrifice. And it is up to Inside Edition to figure out if this is something you produced or is this something that someone put in your video. It's one or the other. It's either the production company and editor did this or they didn't. That would really give a lot of information on what's going on here. Because that is the sacred piece that they're holding. This whole thing here becomes right here. The trophies. See them back there? See the heart here and the heart on them? This is what happened to them. This is the finale. This here. This shows the finale. Let me crop it and put one little piece up at a time. Let me brighten it a little bit more. So this would be the girls. We have one of these of Summer, of all the Summers. And she's holding a baby. This is them. A baby. There's a baby here too, you guys. There's a baby. Let me brighten it. See what happens with these videos? They tell the story. And they always have. I just find it interesting how it could be in a big company like this and we can't get answers on what. We'll never get the answer. We won't, unless someone investigates it. Like, why do you have this in there? And I can, whoever is looking at this, you can match it up to all the cases I've covered here. There's the baby in the pouch, in their pouch. Right here. Here's the baby. They're sitting on their white thing. Here's the V. Here's the V. So there's a V for each victim, right? I don't know what there is, but they're all here. And then you've got this. Wait. Let's see. Then I'm going to show you how, so this is what I was talking about in the B'nai Ramsey. See that? See how it looks like a zip tie? It's right in the front. Oh, I think I put her stuff away. Wait. Shoot. Wait. Seeing if I have that she also had a zip tie. But I don't know, maybe that zip tie is just, is that it? Oh, interesting. Like oh my God. Oh my God, these are really changing. So here's the F that's on the tree, you know, that I showed you in the beginning. Now look what it looks like. Yeah, you guys, this is it. This photo right here is the sacrifice. I'll show you what's in the smaller one. So, you know, I'll take one win at a time and one big leap at a time. Because we could turn that into something so much bigger. And that first leap was recognizing and putting on a bigger level, on a bigger platform, that they saw a 7. That's the head. That they saw a 7. That was that like opened it up. That opened up Pandora's box. And then if there's anything else here that they could say that they recognize, that would be amazing. It's truthfully amazing. Look at the light that's showing up. It's so crazy. I love when that happens. That picture is the one that's coming from the corner here. So let's crop it bigger and include the girl's head. See? Holy shit. You guys, the victims are going to come right out of this light. Watch. You're going to see it for yourself. The number 5 is on the top of her hat. Here. And I'll make it smaller. It's going to spell something. Paste. There we go. Let's see. Let's watch this. Well, there's the F. That's probably what it looked like to them in the tree. Right here. Skeleton. I'm waiting to see what these faces look like. It's so funny when I sit and watch these with you. It's like I want to like break out into like a song, like a song that's real like sentimental. Look at that. See the different faces coming out? The one that's coming out is bruised. I mean, obviously this isn't the reporter. Bruised. It's one of the victims. Her face is bruised. That's what's happening here. Look at her eye. See, this is where you have to look. It's right here, and then yes, there's another face coming through, but this face is all bruised, and they're showing it, you guys, because they're showing, it will show both girls, Libby, and it'll see the other girls showing up down here. It's hard to see. I'll try to pull that up. Let me move this. Yeah, there's a lot coming through this photo. Will keep changing. Wow. And here I thought I was just putting this up for like a millisecond. The stuff in her arms is changing again. I'll pull that photo up. Look between her and him. All right, so the photos that I have, oh, look at that. Oh my God, I could sit here all day and do that. Bring this up. This one. So I'm going to show you something that will sum this stuff up. Wow. Look at how these are getting so pronounced. They're getting like, I want to keep going. Look at this. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, wait a minute. All right. All right, let me show you. few things that I put together. Okay, now that I have everyone's attention, just know that this is what I'm wrapping up here is the video that shows the Delphi murders, right? And it isn't what it appears to be ever. Now, I'm only going over a few things. One, I'm going over mainly is bringing in the cult aspect and the symbols, and then pulling it into some things I just showed you in the last 48 hours. So here, I brought up the Lions Club. I don't know why. I saw their name behind this guy in a video, and he, I believe, holds a lot of information that could help the authorities. I see it, and he started around the same time, on this channel at least, as the Delphi murders, within that month. But there were lots of other channels that this guy has that were like, I don't know, 9 years ago maybe, instead of 7. So I think that he has a lot of information to give, and because he was standing behind this building that is the Lions Club, and I'm going to show you they're international, or around the world. They hold much of their stuff as nonprofit organizations for the blind and disabled, and they are in Africa. They're in many places. It was very shocking to me, like wow, like a wow, where I'm like, wow, there's something deep here. And that's how I felt. So when I looked into them, they believe, they say there's, allegedly, they say that there is a relationship between these two. So I find that very, very interesting. They have a big organization where Oprah Winfrey's school is in Africa. And these guys are people from Chicago. They're Chicago-based, and they built the big businesses. And I did hear someone say somewhere, things just stick out to me because that's how my mind works, that Oprah's business and who she is was built off of businessmen, big businessmen from Chicago. And this is where the club, the Lions Club, originated 100 years ago. If you look them up, you're going to see a familiar like storyboard between the Masonry and the cults, and I could see it, especially out of the country where they have poverty and people who have deep pockets, you know, can do stuff. I see a common thread. And then when I looked up I'm just giving you a background of what I showed. When I looked this place up, the iPlace that showed up behind this dude, there's only one photo in there, like I said the other day, uploaded a week ago. And I'm like, she reminded me of lip lock, which has nothing to do with anything I'm saying, but that's why I started laughing. So I kept the picture, so if anything, it just gave me the opportunity. I'm keeping it until I see if it's something that, you know, works out. So as I'm going over 100 years and looking at their information, their elements, and pulling together the Idaho 4 with SUMMERWELLS cases and the Delphi, they really all do have a very common thread. Very, very common. They have these symbols. Now, oh God, I can't remember the guy whose face is all white and painted and he's got like a weird hat on. I like listening to his channel. He brought up Steve, who is one of the Idaho 4's fathers, and went into his family background and cousins and brothers and so forth. And this guy showed up as Steve's brother's son, something like that. So it's in the family, same last name, he said. And those are on his body. And what you see to the right, that's the satanic, those are the logos, those are the markings which he has on him. These are really important markings from the Idaho 4, and he is allegedly related to Steve. What you see to the left is what's on his head. All of these markings, and looking at these guys that I'm really honing in on, show the same information. This guy, you know, remember I got off on Benny about the bulls? Trust me, I have. I've got that shit under control over here, by the way. This guy that we're following is always wearing the bull's hat, but he's wearing it in blue. And in this guy, look in the guy's glasses. You guys, he is showing the equipment perfectly. Perfectly. Let me show you close up. This is in one glass. This guy has a lot of information, and I would think that he should be looked into. This is in one side of the glasses, and the machine is on the other side. On this machine, he has the A. Copy. This is what Ryan Upchurch always has. In his glasses. But this guy is just growing on me, and the more I look at his shit and how he puts his stuff together, he's very, very educated, more than they want to make you think. Like, it's like he's been brainwashed and taught, and he's doing bad things that he thinks is, okay, because he's, I believe, doing sacrifices. This is his computer. And for those who are like probably saying, oh no, who gives a shit? Well, this is what all the people that I look at videos have. They have the phones of the phones, and this is very familiar looking screen to me. And what it tells me is that this guy helps televise this stuff. Literally. The people who I watch today, this is what their electronics look like. See, now it looks like white with the red heart and an F. See how it all shows more information? At least to me it does. Yeah, so this is how they were laying, but I wound up showing you all the other stuff because it was super important. And these are the photos that I pulled off. Now, I showed you way more than these photos, but there are a few in here that I didn't, as you could see. The guy up in the right-hand corner changes. I'm going to show you. That guy in the right-hand corner, I think, is showing the person behind some of this cult stuff, and this is what that person looks like. So this person's face comes from Dateline's video. This is the most important frame for the authorities to look at. This is that guy. We've been looking at this particular kind of a face since we were introduced to Molly Golightly. That face goes back to every different face that Molly has. That face, Molly, I have videos from the 2017. This is what she looked like during 2017. I'm thinking this was before her surgeries. Or there's 10 different Mollys and I have no fucking idea which one I met. Because they're all different. When Benny put the real Molly Golightly, the real Molly Golightly, what does that mean? So this video showed incredible information. This video shows a child connected to tree branches, just like we see how they are on the ground. That's what this is. Right here. Those aren't her arms. What is the difference between what you see here and what you see here? There isn't. There isn't. Mm-mm. You guys, these are the sacrifices, and what you're seeing is them in their buggy. This is what I tried to stop on with my finger. I may have, I didn't see it. You may have. These are the sacrifices. This is the same thing as you saw Kylie pushing her own buggy and her own stroller, everything to her sacrifice, to her resurrection. That's what's happening here. This just happens to be the Delta murders. This is what Idaho 4 looks like. Every one of my cases. I'm going to keep repeating it over and over. It's both of them. That's them. What's RD? What's R&D? Was that in the video? R&D? I didn't notice that before. I thought it was Dateline. Yeah, this is Kylie. For sure this is Kylie. This is what Kylie looked like. This is it. When I'm looking to see what R&D is. Oh, that's weird. What? It's supposed to say Inside Edition. Anyways. Oh shit. Why did I put that over? These are the sacrifices. These are them. This is in the video. Doesn't it look like a couple different ones? Like that. These are two separate ones. Pretty interesting. And whoever this is just shows up for 2.5 years, and I'm so sick and tired of it. This is what the guy turns into. You guys, this is the person they should be looking for. I mean, this person looks like a Molly. That person reminds me of one of the Mollys of this girl. Whoever's laying with the SA Seventh Adventist letters behind her with all that shit. So on the law enforcement side, this is who you should be looking for. That person. This person. That person. Again, now look at these pictures. It is obvious that it's not what you think it is in the video. Those are elements. Elements. Where'd the guy go? It's not even a guy. It's not even a person. Those are elements, you guys. And they are in their buggy. They're in the pieces. Yep. This is the Delta, the Delphi murders. This is what it is. This here is pretty vivid. Look at that. Look at that. That just shows more of, you know, the elements. There's your fives. This is what Kylie Rodney had. At the water, Kylie Rodney had, what page are we on? This number 5, they had them stacked in maroon, right? Maroon, green, white. This here, any case that we have followed here has this right here. The fives. Those fives look exactly the same in every case. Those are the fonts. Those are the different fonts that it takes on. They're all right there. Those are them. These are them. One second. One second. Wait, guys. Okay. Oh, it does look like a white rabbit, but it symbolizes a girl, actually. All right, showed you these. They're getting just bloodier. Obviously, that's not a man standing there. We went through these. Whoops, why do I keep doing that? May these be looked at and understood that this is what's going on in this video. I mean, they didn't just find the number 7. This is the whole situation. If they really wanted to, they could take this video and look at the whole situation. She is not holding a backpack. She's holding a fucking heart or something. She's holding a human body part. There's your cover of Inside Edition. No, seriously, you guys, she's fucking holding a body part. What is going on? How clear is that? It's second 52. Jesus Christ. Look at that. Really? She's holding like a fetus or something. Or it's at second 50. Let me see something. 54. Well, I'm going to see if I could stop it at 54. I'm going to take a few pictures of what I have here. 1, 2. I'm taking pictures of just 53 and 54. I'm going to send them to my phone. Yeah, that's where that bloody person is. Wait. So I'm going to send the pictures that are the closest within a half a second on either side to see what we have here. That's how I usually do it. One sec. All right, let's see. All right, I just did a few photos so we could see what's on either side of this. They're really intense photos. Okay. Let's see how many I have. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10. All right. All right, you guys, I'm going to show you what's next to this. All right. Okay. Here we go. So whenever there's something amazing, I like to look at the second in front of it and the second after it. Okay, I'm going to lighten it up a little bit. Come on. All right, color. You'll remember this one that I showed you earlier. So this is at 55. So obviously 54 has an incredible photo. Here's 55. This had the picture of the guy's face. And I believe that to be the baby. There's the baby in the bag. I think it's a fetus. I just do. I think that that's part of it, you guys. I think that that's the baby. I go by how I feel and what I see. You guys aren't going to see it maybe as quickly. I feel like this is the baby. This is the baby. He has something on his face. This is sacrifice. This is 56. See, this is what I see wrapped up. I see that's a baby wrapped up. That's what it represents to me. And that there's a child here. A baby. Oh, that looks the same. So here is 53, and I'll show you why it's important to look at the ones before and after. Here's 53. But what I want you to notice is what I'm looking at is the person that's there in the darkness. That's what I'm looking at. And there we go. Showed you this earlier. The information is just growing. Just look at what's happening at these. Really notice the one to the right. The picture to the right it's just one of those photos that I really, really hope and pray gets more recognition than it is. Because this is the photo of sacrifice, and this is the one that has the F on it, and this is the one that is right there on the victim. You know, that's their story. That's their story. That's what was wrapped around her neck. There's the F. Look at that. How it just changes. And let me show you what's on the bottom part. Right here. The pictures are not what you think they are. Absolutely not at all. This is her photo. This is their story. This is what it is. This is how they get justice, you guys. This is how justice comes to these kids, is because they just try to tell their story strong. They stand strong. And they're just getting stronger as this keeps getting spread. You know, what I do here, I'm not here to put the guilty in jail. I'm just another channel doing what I believe is my purpose. There are many channels out there. They're giving their philosophy, their thoughts, and, you know, telling you what they think. Everyone should think for themselves, right? And I'm hoping that as I expose these elements that I believe to be the story and I believe to be true, people like the law enforcement will slowly recognize it. We don't know what kind of an impact we had on the FBI to do what they did. We may have had a big impact. It doesn't matter, because we're going to keep doing what we're doing, and just maybe one day we'll know if we're part of that. I have to believe we are. I have to believe that we have a big impact. I have to believe that my hundreds of emails to the law enforcement FBI makes a difference. But I'm not here for like the praise. I'm here to be like, yeah, it makes a difference. That's why we're doing it. That's why we're doing it. So if someone is home eating dinner and sitting with their wife or their husband, whatever, on the couch, and they're like, you know, when I was looking through that file and I remember seeing like this F on a tree, I just keep seeing it and hearing about it and getting these weird emails. I think I think I should check it out. Hell yeah. Right? That's how we make a difference. Look at that on the tree. That's how we make a difference. You give it recognition, it gives the children justice, and it moves it all a step forward. Moves it a step forward. So you tell me that her arm looks like a real arm, or if that looks like an arm on a tree, just like what's behind them. What's behind these guys is the trophy. Those are the trophies, right? This guy, this isn't any kind of an arm I've ever seen that he's holding on to. Have you? That looks like a goddamn tree that they stuck the arm to. Sorry. But that's no human. That is no human. This, you guys, is not him holding on to an arm of a human. You please understand that this is bullshit. This is really what's going on. These are the sacrifices. Yeah, look at that. Last time I showed you guys Tim Mullen. No, not Tim Mullen. Was it Tim Mullen? No, it was that red-headed guy holding an arm. What's the difference? At Cracking Cases thing, he was holding an arm. What's the difference? This one they covered with flannel. That's all they did. It's covered in flannel. It's the same concept. It's an arm. And that arm is not connected to a body. Just like the one I showed you in cracking cases wasn't connected to a body either. They were holding it. The red-headed dude was holding it with his fingers in it. That's how you could tell it was fake. Because his fingers were in it. Let's see. Let me grab it here. So this is an arm. This is an arm at the vigil. Kraken Case's vigil. And what's the difference between these two arms? Nothing. They're arms, not connected to anything. That's at the vigil. They're holding it. Their fingers are in it. See how the fingers are in it? Here's an arm. Connected to not a shoulder. That ain't no shoulder. And those are the trophies in the back. Here, I showed you before. These are sacrifices, damn it. These are frickin' sacrifices. Do you see the bloody face? This is exactly Kylie Rodney's story. This here is the story. This here, let me open this up a little. These are the heads. Remember, you guys, this is all from Inside Edition. It's a head. Those are all the pieces. So many pieces. Look at that. She's holding the bag. God knows what's in that coat. I have no idea. And there are the sacrifices right there. Right here, you guys. Those are the sacrifices. So, if anyone knows anyone in, in the world of law enforcement that you trust, someone that's in law enforcement, this would be the time to have them check this out, because everything I'm showing you is from our own news. Everything. And anyone that's in production could pull this shit apart way quicker than I did. Well, that's a skeleton face. I don't know. That's not his head. There you have it. That there is, there are the trophies. You know how I have this of Tim Mullen coming from the bread making back 3 weeks, I think it was a few weeks after Summer went missing. Everything that he had on his motorcycle here is what I'm showing you. This is like, these are trophies. This is like, thank you. All I had to come by for is to get the bread, and that's all he was missing, was the loaf of bread. He got the bread, did what he needed to do with the bread, and left. Everything that I'm showing you here today is on Tim Mullen's bicycle. Like this here was what's hanging from her backpack. So it's even though I show you different mediums, different creators that I'm getting this stuff from, the thing that just stays constant is the information. The information does not change. The surrounding does, the deep fake does, you know, but the solid core information, you know, a raccoon face is a raccoon face. You know, here it is here. Wait. Right here. This is pretty much, this one's not the puppy one. This is the raccoon. It's just always maroon and white. They have these critters. They have everything changes in the background, but you know, now they're just expected. This shit's expected. Like, this guy has something connected to his forehead. Like, who is that to the right? They're little kids. They're not the adult that they showed it to be in the beginning. All you got to do is just download the video and play around with it the way I showed you. Record it, send it to your phone, and watch it. This is how we're going to solve the cases. Not solve, I shouldn't say that. This is how we're going to bring justice to the kids, because it opens up the eyes of other people, educates them so they know what to do when they see elements like this. It's not their eyes playing tricks on them. It's right there. Tim Mullen is a key person here. But they're showing you the trophies right here. These are the girls. This is their story. This is a massive major photo for them right now. And what I mean by massive major photo for them right now is this is how their story is shared, and this is how they get justice. This is how they get it, is by showing elements that they know about. And they know that this is going out to educate others. If one person gets thrown in jail, I say it all the time, it's going to do nothing for them. Nothing. They've come together strong because you got to educate and show others. So this is here for entertainment, educational purposes, right? Nothing's proven right or wrong. It's just another way of doing it. It's another way of looking at something. Like, why do we live in a world and all of a sudden a video and a photo completely shifts and shows completely something else? I don't care if you see the story or not. These are changing photos. Photos shouldn't change. They made them this way. Why make them this way? Well, it gives us the opportunity to share the story with an image. And it's right there. Here's the image. It just keeps getting more detailed and more detailed. You know, I could see them walking through the woods. This is what it's showing. It's showing walking through the woods. This is showing pre-sacrifice is what it's showing. Showing what is going on before. Thanks, guys. Yeah, it's an I saw an ups. I've seen a cross lately more than usual. Very detailed. Stuff's very detailed, you guys. I'm happy I showed these before in the video as well as in photos, because it really helps. I think it's better for visualization when you've seen the moving part as well as the still image. See how that tree is also connected? Like, and that's the arm. That's the arm that you saw before. Look at that. This is all the sacrifice is telling their story, you guys. She is walking right there. Right here. We see you. We see you, girls. She's walking. There's the F. So, wow. Wow, look at what this looks like. This here, the girl doesn't even have blonde hair anymore here. This is underground. This is under. Look at that. Oh my God. You know what? Fuck their pictures, because look at this, you guys. This is heavy on me. That's how they found them. And put it this way. The law enforcement, you're the only ones who are going to know if I'm right. I don't need to know. just tell us if this is what it looked like. You know, like, tell us if this is what they looked like. So the face is right here. Whoops. My God. Right here. And there's one here. Wow. It's like, and then you see her running. It's just so much information. It's so sad. It's so depressing. It is. It's just... Wait, where's my... The heck? What page is this? Oh my God. All right, is this it? No. All right, let's see if one of these would... Nope. Oh, doesn't matter. I'll put a new one up. Oh, this is it. Oh, I'm so stupid. Okay. Okay, so these are the sacrifices. It tells the whole story. It shows trophies, everything. The 5. Again, this is an important one. Right to the left, I do see is a baby. And I do see a baby was with them. Shown this many times already. See, because I showed you the film, these are going to look familiar to you guys. It's because I showed you in the film. And it's just going to show elements and critters, and it's just going to continuously show it until the video looks so demented. That's just what happens. But here you could see that she's just attached to SUMMERWELLS elements. I mean, so obvious. It's what's all over her. Look at this thing coming out of her back, the twisty. Right here. That's the stick with the hearts. It's going right through her, you see. This is the sacrifice. That's her stick. Everyone has one. That is her stick. It's It's going right through her. Just like the drawing, just like how they found them. This is how they found them. These pictures are actually different, but what you see here is this is the sacrifice, and this is a stick. These are the sticks that wind up as trophies, and this is what I personally see in the frames of the doors. This is a sacrifice. This is what they all look like, you guys. That's a stick through her heart. There's the little face on the front. Wait. This is what she's holding in her hands. See the rope? See the rope by her head? The blue and white rope? See how that rope is not a stick? It's not a backpack? It's because there's a story always here. There's nothing to do with what they're showing you. Just like I said, the swing was the sacrifice, and the swing has a rope, and this is the rope. This is the blue and white rope. This is complete sacrifice. This is it. Whatever they wanted to show in this video is being shown. And this is it. Those are the pieces of Summer Moon Wells' Missing Children. You've seen all this on Summer. All of her TikToks, that's what it shows. Yes, there's a V on the rope now too. Let me show you what the guy looks like. The other side. The other side has the maroon, the sticks, the maroon rubber. Whoops. Nope. Edit. Here. So this is all part of it. See? This is the sacrifice. This is what Summer Moon went through. This is what they all go through. This is what it looks like. That's what it looks like. See the heart on the arm? It's the green face. Let me show you. So these are all elements as well. Big green face, the white, the mesh with the heart on the arm, or it is the arm. And those are sticks that go through them. Those are the sacrifices. And this is definitely how we bring them justice. Rumple, yeah. And that is what it looks like. There's a head on a stick. These are sacrifices. Inside Edition has the whole entire story. Behind the story, allegedly, but behind the story that you all see there is this story. So the goal, again, is for the elements to be looked at. The face on the stick, the heart, all of this that I've been talking about for the last 3 hours, almost 3 hours, is the SUMMERWELLS Missing Children Sacrifices. And we are giving them justice by telling their story. Here's the white with the red heart. Sacrifice. This must be an important photo to, this just must be, because I have it in here and a few times and I haven't said much about it, but I think that this is one of the last photos of a walking human, I should say. Oh, this is from a different newscaster. What do I have in here? This is our last photo. This is the last slide. Interesting one for the last. Change the coloring. You guys, this is their story, and for some reason, it wound up embedded in this video. So anyone that really wants the true story that's behind the story, it is in this Inside Edition video. Don't know how it got there. Don't know who put it there. But if anyone wants the real story, it is in this video. And obviously you have to be some sort of law enforcement. Oh my God. Are you guys watching this? I told you this has the answer. Those sunglasses are upside down like Lori Vallow's sons were. Oh my God, there's so many faces. Look at the faces. Holy shit. Look at this photo. There's babies in here. Look. Oh, you guys. Thank God I do this shit live because I'm not really sure. Because explaining it to the law enforcement without stuff like this is like near to impossible. Because that officer probably would rather get his fucking root canal than have me sit and explain this shit. Wow. This is insane. I swear to God, it's like I spy with my little eye. I'm looking with you guys. Yeah, it keeps shifting. Like, I'm gonna keep watching. I'm keeping my eyes on the bright part. So hopefully that bright part will get brighter. I think that's what we want. Is that middle piece to get brighter. Both middle sections. So let me crop that in a little. Let's see. That middle, those middle pieces. If they only talk about the F, oh, for like another 3 years, I swear to God, I'm gonna shit in my pants. Okay, so there's writing. Let's see. This is one of those pictures that as you get closer in, it wants you to get closer. Like, it's like never-ending photo is what it is. It's a never-ending photo. It's one of those. See, like, no matter how close you get, you're going to see elements and faces. It's created that way. It's really cool. So you could go into one little square and you'll get all this information. Then when you go into another small square, it gets deeper and deeper. Like you're entering an endless game. That's why I think they play a game with this. Like, I think that it's part of a game. Very, very crazy. This is the story of the SUMMERWELLS missing children. And this is how they get justice, you guys. This is how they do it with me. This is just how my channel does it. Right or wrong, this is how my channel does it. It's different and it's fun and amazing. The gift that keeps giving is Molly Golightly. So I think what I'm going to do is take what I have. There are certain channels that I know that I want to put up information next to each other, apples to apples. And I know Molly is one of them because she's the other channel that reminds me of this stuff. Like it's got her name all over it. Like I have photos of this from her channel. Molly's and Benny's. Maybe I'll pick on. I think I'll pick on both of them. Like this stuff. So those, oh, you guys, thumbs up, please. Please, please, on your way in. The purpose of tonight's live was to show how one element, the F, could possibly just bust this open and give opportunity for room to talk about this. Give it a little bit of room, like we have a little bit of a sliver that opened up because of the exposure of one element. There are hundreds of elements, and they don't change. They haven't changed. So I'm going to take that and try to build on that and bring justice through leaning on that one little sliver of hope. It's an opportunity, you guys. It's a gift of opportunity, right? So I'm going to take it. I'm going to take it. On that note, you guys, let me bring this up. May justice come really soon, and really soon on a really large platform. We are going to be doing and keep doing what we've always done here to get what we've always got, and that is justice for the kids. And to the ones that became the ones who have been touched and victimized by this cult, this is all for you. We see you, we hear you, and we know this is here. We know it's here. And hopefully we will bring justice with each time I go on live. Thanks, Muffin Top, and everyone in chat. So amazing. You guys, thank you so much always for coming in. Like I always say, and I always will, I can't do this without you. I cannot. The words don't even come out. They don't come out the same. It's so weird. So I love you all. God bless you all. Have a fabulous, fabulous Tuesday night. And see you back real soon. Thumbs up.